Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be doing a response to Andrew Ballina's top 10 overrated horror movies. So 10 choices. You don't necessarily have to not like the movies. Most of these movies I do like quite a bit. I just think they get really talked up by the horror community quite a lot. So by no means does it mean that I hate these movies, but yeah, there's some that I just think are okay compared to what they get talked up to be. So to start off the list at number 10, Urban Legend. This movie just didn't do it for me. Out of those, mid to late 90s slashers, I've given it like two or three, or probably two watches, but both times I've fallen asleep. It's just been really boring, and I don't think it holds anything compared to Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Just sort of find it a bit boring. Number 9, a little bit controversial, but it doesn't mean I hate the movie. Hatchet, the original Hatchet. It's a great slasher, but people just seem to talk it up that little bit, I don't know, more than I think it deserves. Personally, I think it's a good movie. Mediocre slasher, but if you're a horror fan, mediocre slashers are still pretty fun. Next one's Golden Oldie, I guess. The Exorcist, number 8. Again, great movie. I just think it gets talked up way too much. Definitely not the best possession movie out there, but I guess it was one of the first. I can see why it does have the reputation it has, but yeah, just that one. Next movie, number 7, I fucking hate it. The Witch. The biggest piece of hot garbage I have ever seen. This was the most boring movie. It was a blind buy because I've heard that, it was a good suspenseful, thriller horror, really, and it was just 2 hours of bullshit. I even had to turn on the subtitles to understand what the fuck they were saying. But yeah, you're probably wondering why I still own it, trying to sell it, but no one's buying it because it's garbage. Number 6, the original It. I remember ages ago, a lot of people used to say this was a heap scary movie, clown movie and stuff, and yeah, upon watching it years and years ago, I thought it's okay, but it's pretty average in my opinion. What about number 5? I have Friday the 13th Part 3. I don't really see the appeal to Part 3 as much as other people. It's one of, not my least favourite, but it sort of sits to the back end of my ranking for Friday movies. I don't know, it just seems to take too long to get going. I am a fan of slow burning movies, but I don't know, for a Friday movie, I expected to sort of get into it, and yeah, I just didn't really do it for me, that one. Number 4, we have Evil Dead 2. Huge fan of Evil Dead 1. I think it gets overlooked quite a bit compared to Evil Dead 2. Don't get me wrong, I like comedy in my horror movies, but I don't know, for some reason it just sort of takes away from the original. I still like the movie. It's probably, Evil Dead 2 is one of those movies you could show your friends that haven't seen horror and they'd have a good time with it. But yeah, out of all the Evil Dead movies, including the remake, it's my least favorite. Again, not a bad movie, just I think it gets people say it's their favorite Evil Dead movie out of the franchise, which I don't really agree with. Number 3 might annoy some George A. Romero fans, but the original Dawn of the Dead. I find this movie boring, really outdated. It looks terrible in my opinion. I love the remake. I think it's a far superior film to this. I nearly put Night of the Living Dead on here as well, but I seen Andrew did that one. I didn't want to do that. I really like Day of the Dead, but Night and Dawn are just pretty boring and outdated. Still a well done kind of movie, but yeah, not a big fan of it. Number 2 will probably annoy a lot of people. My Bloody Valentine. I do know this is the this is the cut version. I haven't seen the uncut version. That's why it sits at number 2. But still, I've watched this twice, and like I can't really see the appeal to it, to be honest. Like, it's a okay slasher at best, in my opinion. But I remember before I viewed this, everyone was always saying like how good it is, like blah blah blah. I think the remake's a lot better. Yeah, I know I'm going to probably get some hate for this one, but it's just my opinion, guys. Leave your opinions in the comments below. And coming up to my number 1 overrated horror film of all time, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This movie is just boring. The mask is like probably the worst mask in the whole franchise. Like, I prefer the CGI mask from H2O compared to this mask. That's how bad it is. The best thing about this movie is the ending with Jamie with the scissors up the stairs. Other than that, I find this movie a chore to get through. I prefer part 5 over it, which I know I'm in the minority for that, but people say this is like their favourite Halloween sequel. Yeah, I can't see why, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, so that's my top 10 overrated horror movies, guys. Let me know your overrated horror movies in the comments below, or even better, make a response video to this. It'd be a great thing to see everyone's videos and opinions. So yeah, guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.